It started after midnight, when most of the city was asleep and the police station felt more like a warehouse than a place of truth. Marcus Hill had already worked a 10-hour shift at the docks. His boots were still dusty. His hands still smelled of oil and metal. He thought the officers wanted to ask a few questions about a burglary that happened near his apartment. They told him it wouldn't take long. At first, Marcus wasn't scared. He had never been arrested before. He sat in the interview room, hands folded, answering questions calmly. Where were you on Friday night? Who do you live with? Do you know anyone who owns a gun? He answered everything. He even joked once, trying to lighten the mood. The joke didn't land. Hours passed. The lights stayed bright. The air stayed cold. The same questions came back again and again, only sharper this time. The detective's tone changed. They stopped asking and started telling. They told Marcus they already knew what happened. They told him witnesses had placed him at the scene. They told him lying would only make things worse. Marcus asked if he could go home. They said not yet. By 2 a.m., his head was pounding. He hadn't eaten since lunch. He hadn't slept. When he asked for a lawyer, they told him lawyers make things complicated. When he asked to call his sister, they said phones were for later. They slid photos across the table, grainy, unclear images from a security camera that barely showed shadow. That's you, one detective said. Marcus shook his head. I don't know that place. Another detective leaned in. Look, Marcus, we know you didn't mean for anyone to get hurt. Accidents happen. Help yourself by telling the truth. The word accident stuck in his mind. They explained the story to him before he ever said it himself. Where the fight happened, how it escalated, when the gun went off. They corrected him when he got details wrong. They praised him when he repeated things correctly. After a while, Marcus stopped trying to understand and started trying to survive. He thought if he said what they wanted, he could go home and sleep. At 3:17 a.m., Marcus Hill signed a confession. It was 5 pages long. He didn't read it. His hand was shaking too badly. He believed, truly believed, that he could explain everything later. Later never came. At trial, there was no physical evidence linking Marcus to the crime. No DNA, no fingerprints, no weapon. The security footage was too blurry to identify anyone. But the confession was clear, clean, typed, signed. The jury never saw the full interrogation. They never heard how many times Marcus said he didn't understand. They never heard him ask to leave. They never saw the detectives feeding him details he couldn't have known. The prosecution called the confession the voice of guilt. The jury believed it. Marcus Hill was sentenced to 35 years in prison. Prison aged him fast. His mother died while he was inside.